Stud poker is a popular variant of the traditional poker card game. Unlike Texas Hold'em or Omaha, where community cards are used, stud poker is characterized by players being dealt a combination of face-up and face-down cards, which adds an element of strategy and unpredictability to the game. Stud poker comes in various forms, with the most common being 7-card stud and 5-card stud. In 7-card stud, each player typically receives 7 cards during a hand, with 3 of them being face-down and 4 face-up. The game begins with every player placing an initial bet known as the ante. Subsequently, each player is dealt 2 private, face-down cards, also known as hole cards, and 1 face-up card, called the door card. The player with the lowest value door card is often required to make a bring-in bet, a mandatory bet that starts the betting round. Betting then proceeds clockwise, with players having the option to fold, call, or raise based on their hand strength, and the community cards visible. After the first round of betting, 3 more face-up cards are dealt at each player, one at a time, with a betting round following each card. These face-up cards are often referred to as streets. As the streets are dealt, players must make strategic decisions based on their hand's potential and their opponent's visible cards. The goal is to create the best possible 5-card poker hand, using a combination of your hole cards and the face-up cards. The final betting round occurs after the 7th and final card is dealt, with the last card being dealt face down. This face-down card is known as the river card. After all the bets are settled, players reveal their hole cards and construct their best possible 5-card hand. The player with the highest ranked hand wins the pot. 5-card stud is a simpler version of stud poker. In this variant, each player receives a total of 5 cards, but all of them are face down, except for the last card, which is dealt face up. Players must use their deduction skills and card knowledge to make strategic decisions, since there are no community cards to rely on. The betting rounds in 5-card stud follow a similar pattern to 7-card stud, with players betting based on the strength of their hands. Stud poker requires a combination of skill, patience, and observation. Players must carefully watch their opponent's face-up cards and use that information to make informed decisions during the game. The ability to read your opponents and bluff effectively is essential in stud poker. In conclusion, stud poker is a classic and exciting variant of the traditional poker game. It involves a unique card-dealing mechanism with a mix of face-up and face-down cards, which adds depth and complexity to the strategy. Whether playing 7-card stud or 5-card stud, mastering this form of poker requires a keen understanding of hand rankings, betting strategy, and the ability to read your opponents. Stud poker offers a refreshing challenge for those looking to expand their poker skills beyond the more common community card games.